everyone, and welcome to part 8 of The Sims 2 Pleasant Family. We're back with Daniel, and he is switching up his workout routine and is currently cranking out a bunch of one-arm push-ups, which is absolutely amazing. But as I mentioned in the last part, he does have this want to get engaged to marry Sue, and I don't know how to feel about that or what to do with that because honestly, I don't think the two of them are good for each other. I think they need to go their separate ways. I think Daniel especially is bad for Mary Sue with what he did and the confusion he has about what he should do in terms of his romantic relationships, because in addition to having this want to get engaged to Mary Sue, he also has this want to have 3 loves at once. So clearly he's not exactly over his bachelor lifestyle. So he's trying to weigh the benefits of having this bachelor lifestyle where he's free to do what he wants and the benefits of getting back together with Mary Sue and having that comfort and security of their relationship and marriage. And he does also want to become best BFFs with Mary Sue, so he's definitely wanting to improve that relationship. And then he also has this random one here to become friends with Callista. So I think in this part, I'm going to figure out what to do with this. I don't really want them to get back together or get engaged, but at the same time, it's literally what he wants to do. And I think it is interesting to just go with The Sims once, even if it's not necessarily what I ideally want to do, just to see where things go with that and kind of go with their motives and what they want to do with their lives. So yeah, we'll just see how this part goes and see what happens with that. Because I was thinking that maybe later tonight he could get dinner with Mary Sue, not as a date, just as an outing, kind of like what we did last time with Mary Sue and her interesting scuba man, and just kind of see where things go with that. Maybe it could more so be a thing to discuss what to do about the twins, since they didn't end up really squaring that off the last time they met. So, if it's just the two of them, it might be a little bit easier to do that, and I'll gain a feeling for what to do with them while we're there. If things are going really well, then maybe I'll have him try proposing to her, although if we do that, I'm honestly hoping that she turns him down and, sees through his games and does not get back together. But I think until then, because he does have the day off, what might be good to do is have him go down to Callista's apartment and talk to her and just see if we can become friends with her to get those aspiration points. Let me figure out where exactly Callista lives. So yeah, this is her. So we're gonna go down there and greet her and see if he could become friends with her. And I mean, maybe we could go the route of having her potentially be the third love that he wants to have. We'll have to see. I mean, this is why I don't want him to get back together with Mary Sue, because I feel like it's going to convince her into thinking that it was all a mistake and he wants to be just with her, when clearly he has these thoughts of being with other people, and he's still got something going on with Kaylin. She's currently at work, so that's not going to be happening. That's fine. We can have him go back upstairs and do some other things to get his mood up, because he is a little bit hungry. His fun's a little bit low. So we'll have him go here and just watch some TV. And then I think around 5 p.m. is when we're going to have him try to grab that meal with Mary Sue. I think while he's figuring all of this stuff out and what to do about him and Mary Sue, I'm going to have him distance himself from Kaylin a little bit. So we're not going to be seeing her in this part. And I think what I'm going to do with this part is I'm going to... Oh, he's watching the weather. My advice for today, if it rains, wear a jacket. I mean... What kind of weatherman advice is this? But I think what I'm going to do in this part is we're going to stick with Daniel for half of the part, and then we're going to switch over to Mary Sue and the twins for the other half of the part. And I was thinking that it might be good to see if we can get the twins into private school, because I know that was something... Did our TV break? Aw, no. Well, it's almost 5 o'clock, and his TV is broken, so I'm just going to go ahead and have him head out with Mary Sue. We'll just pick somewhere in downtown, and I don't want to pick something too romantic, something that feels a little bit more casual. So not Bernard's Botanical Dining. Where haven't we gone? So I definitely want to go somewhere where they can sit down and grab a bite to eat. Londos. I think that's like a really romantic restaurant, so we don't want to go in there. Definitely not the Lost in Love Hedge Maze. Maybe Lucky Shack Cards and Drinks, or the Lulu Lounge. Maybe a Russia Family Dining, because that feels like a pretty casual place that's going to be nice enough, but not anything too fancy. So yeah, I think we're just going to have them go there. We just arrived, and before we really get into things, I need to make sure to set them as a group so that they can actually be seated correctly. Right, that's going to be an ask, so we have to ask to form casual groups, so we're going to do that just for fun. This isn't a date or anything like that. It's really just for the two of them to talk. So how would you go over there and ask her that? And I mean, I'm honestly not sure what direction I'm going to go in with this, because this once did re-roll a little bit, so this is locked, so we still have that. And then now instead of wanting to become BFFs with Mary Sue, he does want to become best friends with, I think her name was Michelle. So we're just going to go and chat with her a little bit. Nothing too romantic at this point. And everything else stay the same, so he still wants to become friends with Callista and have 3 loves at once, but then down here, he still has the fear of being rejected. Oh, wait a minute. So his fear is actually getting engaged to Mary Sue. So, yeah, he kind of wants to get engaged with her, but then at the same time, he's kind of afraid of that, so... Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that here. I feel like he definitely has some really mixed feelings on that. So I think we're definitely going to keep things here a little bit more casual. So we'll just give her a friendly hug to greet her. And then just grab a seat for the 2 of them. And I want to see if he loses more aspiration points by getting engaged to Mary Sue than what he would gain by getting engaged to her, like whether one's better than the other. So he'll gain 5,000 for getting engaged, and then he'll lose 3,500 for getting engaged. So he'll net 1,500 aspiration points, so it's actually a positive. So maybe he's going a little bit more in the direction of wanting to get engaged to her, but he's still kind of afraid of it, because it's just, like, he's definitely feeling very conflicted over this whole thing, and, like, what to do? Like, whether he really does want to get back together with her. And what is this thing? Was this that? Oh, was this that, like, my Shuno bingo thing? Yeah, I guess this is supposed to be kind of like a kid's play area. But, I mean, the main point of this meal, as I discussed earlier, is to work out what exactly they're going to do about their kids. And it looks like she was just getting attracted to this guy, Waylon, over here. Yeah, I think I just saw those hearts above her head. Yeah, because, you know, he's got this bedroom at his apartment for Angela and Lilith. So he really wants them to live with him. So let's see what interactions we have here. So we can just, nothing that's really specific to the table. So we do have the surprise engagement here. So we could do that. Oh, we could blow a kiss. Yeah, so we got a lot of these more flirty type interactions that we can do. So let's just give a nice old toast. You know, a toast to, oh, it's thundering outside. I was like, what is going on here? So just a toast to, you know, figuring this out and working together to figure out a solution to this issue. And I know a couple parts ago when I was discussing this, let me check who it was. Okay, so Bella said, I feel like Daniel would get the twins on the weekends. I also feel like the twins wouldn't really want to go, but that's what's mandated. And I do like the idea of that. I know it was brought up to have one of the twins live with Daniel and one of them live with Mary Sue. But I don't think that really makes a lot of sense at this point unless one of them has a blowout with the other and then they want to get away from that. But it seems like the relationship is actually improving. They're not fighting as much. So I think the idea of having them staying with him on the weekends and with Mary Sue during the week makes the most sense because I'm assuming Daniel is not in the same school district. So it makes more sense that they would stay at the house during the week and then stay with Daniel on the weekend. So I think that's what we're going to do. But I don't know if we should... Maybe once they... Oh, right, we need to order. I was like, where's their food? Right, I haven't even ordered yet. So we'll get the chef salad for him. Okay, then we got another one in the order for Mary Sue. For her, we'll get not a glass. That'd be so crappy. He's like, she gets a glass of water, but we'll just get a hamburger for her. I think that's like, wasn't that the same thing I did last part? Maybe. Oh well, we're just gonna stick with that and get their food. So maybe once they get their food, we can get a little bit playful with things and have him try to steal a bite and throw some food at her and see what happens with that. But at this point, I'm just really not feeling a proposal unless he does get flirty and she reciprocates that. But I mean, their relationship is really good though. So here we go. We have our food already and look at that. Wait a minute. Did I pick chili? I thought I picked chef salad. I don't know. I don't really care. So let's see if we can feed a bite. I want to try that. You know, he's just kind of like, oh, this chili is so good. You have got to try a bite of this. Ooh, looks like she's into that. She's like, that is absolutely delicious. And then we could have him steal a bite from her and just say, you know, I'm kind of liking that hamburger there. So let me just grab a bite of that from you. Let's throw food. We'll try that. I mean, that might annoy her a little bit. I feel like she wouldn't really appreciate having a bunch of chili flung at her face. But who knows? Maybe she'll be into it. Oh, she actually liked that. She thought that was hilarious. Aw. We could try having him steal a bite. Once again, while there still is some food to steal. But yeah, I definitely don't think I'm going to be doing a proposal tonight. It just doesn't, like, it feels like a really weird time to do something like that. But I would be interested in knowing what you will think of this dilemma Daniel is having between getting back together with Mary Sue and not getting back together with her. And I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know if she'd even go for that because she is kind of moving on from him with that other guy, although I don't think she's really sure about that. You know, it's just kind of a crush at this point, you know, just someone she went out with for fun. So I don't know if she really sees, what was his name, Makoto as long-term material or not. You know, he's kind of an odd guy, but he's a little bit fun at the same time. So yeah, I don't think she really has the same level of interest in getting back together as he does. But it looks like they're about finished with their food, so I think I'm going to be wrapping this whole thing up soon. I mean, at least they did come to an agreement on what to do as far as the custody of the twins and working out when they can see each other. And, you know, Mary Sue does know that, wait, she's talking to this guy. Yeah, that was that other guy that she got the little hearts for. So she is just like Mary Sue just keeps finding these people that she's attracted to and then just ignoring Daniel to talk to them. Like, once again, this is happening. So this is another thing that we have got to look at when we're back with Mary Sue, which we will be in this part pretty soon. But it is getting pretty late, so I think we're going to have to wrap this whole thing up. So we're going to go ahead and pay the bill, and then say goodbye to Mary Sue, and then after that, I'm going to be back with Mary Sue and the twins. The twins are just getting home from school, and Lilith is looking at her not-so-great report card. She is pissed off, she's throwing it to the ground, she's stomping at it. She is frustrated that she is doing so poorly in school, and it looks like, unfortunately, Angela is sick with the flu. As I mentioned earlier in this part, I wanted to invite the headmaster over tonight to see if we can get Angela and Lilith into a private school, because Mary Sue has seen that Lilith is not doing great, so she's figuring, you know, we'll get her into a private school. That'll make her look better on her college application. It's just kind of a band-aid fix rather than getting into why she's doing so poorly in school and maybe getting her a tutor or helping her herself. She's like, you know, let's just slap a band-aid over this whole thing and just put her into a new school where hopefully she'll do better. And that's just kind of how Mary Sue parents and deals with things, you know? Just get an easy fix rather than getting into the nitty-gritty and figuring out what the underlying issues are. Like what she did with buying them clothes because she knew things have been hard on them. Yeah, sure, they made them feel a little bit better temporarily, but it's not going to fix what's going on and why the two of them disagree so much and why things are so dysfunctional. And she's just in there doing this schmustle right from her sister, and she's just like, oh no, she's joining in. Oh, look at them, they're having a cute moment dancing together. But we do need to get on inviting the headmaster over soon because I did look it up. And he does come around 5, and then we have, I think, 5 or 6 hours to try to schmooze him. So yeah, Mary Sue's just really hoping that she can charm him into letting both Angela and Lilith into the private school. She's pretty sure Angela can get in because her grades are still really good, but Lilith, she's not so sure about. She's hoping she could charm him enough that it can become a package deal where both of them get in. I also looked at Mary Sue's relationships to see whether she was actually attracted to that Waylon guy that she met earlier or not, and it doesn't look like she was actually attracted to him, so I don't think I'm really going to do anything with that. I mean, we still got that thing going on with Makoto, so we'll see where that goes and not really worry about having her start something with another guy, but Angela's just currently staring at Lilith as she just does the schmustle here. But Mary Sue is not off work till 5 p.m., so we're going to have the twins be the ones to invite the headmaster over. So we're just going to go ahead and have Angela do that since she's not really doing anything right now other than just staring at her sister and probably judging her for just dancing in her bedroom. So hopefully this goes well. It's been a little while since I've done the whole schmoozing the headmaster thing. Okay, the local private school headmaster's interested in coming over for dinner. Do you feel like entertaining? If so, there might be an admittance to the private school in the works. Yes. Yes, I think you have to give them a tour and then feed them dinner and then schmooze. So he'll be over at 5 p.m. and I need to just check around and make sure everything is in tip-top shape around the house. So things are a little bit messy down here in this bathroom. I don't think he's really going to end up going in there. You know, why would you? Actually, instead of doing that, let's clean up this because I feel like that dirty bowl is going to be more of an issue than this because, I mean, you shouldn't be bringing him into the master bathroom. You know, that's not necessary. You just need to give a tour of the living room and the dining room and the kitchen and the common areas. We do have about half an hour before the headmaster's supposed to show up. So we'll have her go in here and use that. And I just want to make sure that all their moods are up. And honestly, I don't think this is really going to go to the best, but we might be surprised. Things might actually go pretty well with this, although she is dead tired. So we'll have her queue up going to the bathroom. I mean, Mary Sue is going to be the one doing most of the work. So these two won't have to do a lot. And her mood is, oh, she needs to take a shower really bad, which she is not going to have time to do. Yeah, tonight might not have been the best night to do this, but she was really eager to get the headmaster over for dinner, and she is getting home now, and it's 5 p.m., so the headmaster's going to be showing up. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't realize that she smells bad. And we did get 632 simoleons from work. Corey, the headmaster, has arrived for dinner. Good luck. You should prepare a tasty dinner and show Corey a good time. Maybe give Corey a tour of the house. We'll have Angela prepare some dinner while Mary Sue tries to schmooze him. So serve dinner. What would be good? How about spaghettis? I mean, that seems nice and relatively fancy. What are you doing? Come on. Okay, don't do whatever you're doing at that stupid table. Go over here and greet Corey so we can get on with trying to impress him. If I remember correctly, you have to get a certain amount of points to get him to... Okay, yeah, so we need 0. Okay, so we need 90 points in order to get this. So let's see what we've got. We can flirt with him, which I don't think would be a good idea, but we're just going to start out with chatting. And I know you really need to take a bath, but we only have so much time here, so you have got to get on this. And I probably shouldn't have clicked out of that because we do need to see that. Hopefully that'll come back up. Okay, he's looking a little bit standoffish right now. Okay, yeah, I'm going to make sure not to click out of that this time. Entertain, give tour. Is she done with dinner yet? Okay, so she is working on serving that right now. So I think shortly we'll go ahead and call him to dinner. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that right now. I'll just try having her schmooze with him a little bit before they actually go to eat to see if we can get some of these points that way. But hopefully Angela did a good enough job on the food that it'll impress him. So we have to have food points, tour points, schmooze points. Let's not... Okay, good. So he's going over here eating. Let's not worry about taking a bath right now. So you need to go here and eat. I know you need to take a shower, but please, you need to be here. You need to be attentive to this headmaster here. We only have 1 point so far, and we've got 4 hours left. So we have got to step up our game if we can actually get them into school. It looks like she is chatting with him. Okay, fine. You go ahead and answer the phone. Yeah, we can't really do any interactions with him right now, unfortunately, and I see that we're not getting any food points, so I guess this food isn't really impressing him enough. Maybe we'll see those points once they're done actually eating. They finished their meal, and we got 38 food points, and we're now at 10 schmooze points, so we have 48 out of 90. So things are actually looking pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and schmooze about money a little bit, which is certainly Mary Sue's wheelhouse. She is all about that moolah. So we'll try that and see if that can woo him a little bit more. After we do this, we'll try giving him a tour of the house. So we're at 22 points now. A tour of your home would be lovely. It will help me judge whether you are a family worthy of association with our institution. We need 30 more points. I'm feeling like we can... Oh, right. Okay, so we have to do the whole showroom thing. So we'll show the kitchen, which, I mean, obviously he knows this is the kitchen. It is kind of cool that you can take them through the different rooms. I think this is technically the same room, so we're going to go here, and he's going to follow us. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So we'll show him the entryway, which, I mean, he already saw, so there you go. Here's our entryway. It looks like he likes it. So we're going to go here into the living room and then show him our beautiful living room, and then... Yeah, we don't need to go into the bedroom. That's kind of awkward. Be like, hey, here's my bedroom. That might help. That might be a tactic to schmooze him a little bit. I don't know. Thanks for the tour. It was great to see the house. Awesome. Okay, so we just need... Oh, we got 100 points. We did it. The headmaster is impressed with your family. Angela just got into private school. Oh, no. Okay, so it was just Angela. Unfortunately, like, she was hoping she'd be able to schmooze Lilith into getting into it as well, but... Nope, unfortunately, they only wanted Angela in here, which... I mean, it's something that's better than nothing. We still got a couple hours of him being here, but I mean, we already impressed him, so we don't really have to worry about that too much. But it's getting late and everyone is turning in for the night, so I'm going to go ahead and end the part here. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and bye!